Our Scott Pelley is in Havana tonight with more on how that is playing there. Scott, good evening.
Good evening, Nora. It is a beautiful and blustery night here in Havana where almost no one is talking about anything else other than today's diplomatic breakthrough. There have been celebrations in the streets, swarms of motorcycle riders honking their horns, children parading in the streets. This is seen almost universally as very good news. Cuba has its economic problems, and people are beginning to think that this could be the beginning of the end of those problems. They see this as an opportunity for Americans to travel to Cuba, to bring money to Cuba. They see this as potentially the opportunity to increase trade with the United States. This is still a country where you can walk into a supermarket and see the shelves empty. And so there is a great deal of optimism, a great deal of hope tonight that this will bring those days to a close, at least eventually. But overwhelmingly, Cubans are saying that, as they say in this city, we haven't had time to swallow this yet. They don't really know exactly what it means, but there is a sense of hope in the air. We now have some more perspective on all of this from our chief Washington correspondent and anchor of Face the Nation, Bob Schieffer. Bob?
Good evening, Scott. Well, there's much the same feeling around here. Every American president since Eisenhower has tried to figure out what to do about Cuba, and most attempts to improve relations have gone for naught. I'm of the generation that remembers when many Americans thought Fidel Castro was behind President Kennedy's murder. But with all of the other news, Cuba just hasn't been on anyone's radar lately, and Washington seemed caught completely off guard. Many Republicans immediately opposed normalizing relations, but the incoming chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, Bob Corker, is a Republican, and he says he wants to study it before taking a position. More importantly, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which has long been a financial cornerstone of the Republican Party, says it welcomes the move and will allow free enterprise to flourish. So expect business to push hard to open Cuba as a lucrative market for more American goods. That means many Republicans who oppose this may have to make some hard choices. For sure, Washington is glad that Alan Gross is home, but my sense of it, Scott, is that the rest of it is so stunned Washington, it's not quite sure what to make of all of it.
Bob, thanks very much. We'll have more from Havana a little bit later in the broadcast, but coming next, Sony Pictures has made a dramatic decision in the face of those threats about its new movie. Nora O'Donnell will be back with that and more of the day's news coming up.